Don't miss CCGCastle.com, best place for Pokemon trading card game. You can find singles for standard, legacy, or expanded format, sealed products like booster box, teams, team decks. With TCG Center 5 code, you will get 5% discount on your purchase. Check video description or visit CCG Castle. Hello and welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we're looking at another deck for the standard format and another Mega Evolution deck, and this time I have my Mega Rayquaza EX deck. So basically, Emerald Break 30 times the number of your benched Pokemon in play. So Emerald Break, very powerful attack with the double Colress energy and a single another energy you can hit for a lot of damage. You only have 1 retreat cost, weakness on the lightnings, which can be definitely removed with Altaria, and Delta Evolution, which allows you to evolve on your first turn. So with some cards like Mega Turbo and Double Colorless Energy, you can evolve with Delta Evolution turn 1 and hit for Emerald Break for like 240 damage with a Skyfield without any problem all night long. Also, I'm playing Dragon type Rayquazas because they don't have weakness on. They actually don't have weakness on those lighting Pokemon, so Night March cannot be. Can't easily knock you out. Also, Mega Electric, Jolteon, and stuff like that. For support, I'm running also 4 copies of Shaymin EX because you need to be able to set up as fast as you can from turn to turn, and also to increase the damage. So Shaymin definitely good card. Also playing one line of Swablu and Altaria with Clear Humming, which says that all of your colors Pokemon play has no weakness. 2 copies of Bronzor and 2 copies of Bronzor with the Metal Links, which can actually allow you to accelerate with 1 Metal Energy during your turn with the Metal Links to one of your benched Pokemons. And also the last king in this deck is Hoopa EX with Scondoring, which can help you to search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon EX. Expect for a Hoopa, reveal them, and put into your hand. And yeah, pretty much very strong card. 17 Pokemon in total, 7 energies, and 36 trainer cards. From other item and trainer cards, I'm running 3 copies of Acrobike. Definitely good and powerful card. It can help you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put one of them and discard the other card. I mean, it's very good for the setup, especially if the Hoopa is in the prize. I decided to play only 1 Hoopa because if I play 2 Hoopas, there's a bigger chance that I can actually start with the Hoopa, and if I start with the Hoopa, I can find myself in trouble. I was also thinking for a lot of time, should I play 4 copies of Rayquaza and 3 Mega Rayquazas, but I just was not able to find enough space in this deck, and I just decided to go with 3-3 line of my Rayquazas. But also, if you want to be 90% of time starting with your Rayquaza in the front, you can just get a single copy. You can get a 4th copy of Rayquaza EXs. Bella Compressor, definitely good. If I can hit one of them, I can actually discard some energy cards and maybe some supporter cards that I actually don't need, and I can actually maybe use them, depending on the situation. Escape Rope ×1 definitely can be a very good card in this deck, especially if you don't start with your Rayquaza in the front. 2 copies of Mega Turbo. Mega Turbo is good for the turn 1. If you want to, if you start first and if you start second on your turn 1, you can actually attack, and with the Mega Turbo, there's a good chance that you can actually hit for the Emerald Break. But also in the mid or late game, a Mega Turbo can help you a lot. Copy of Secret Dash. Shuffle 5 Pokemon from your disco pile into your deck. Definitely badass card because a lot of time when your opponent remove your Skyfield from play, you can find yourself in trouble, and by playing Secret Dash, you can just put 5 Pokemons back from your disc pile into your deck, and you can actually increase damage again. Copy of Starling Megaphone, definitely good against Megas because you can just remove Spirit Links from them. 3 Trainer's Mail. I'm running 4 Ultra Balls and 4 Versus Seeker, pretty much staple. Single AZ. I never know when I need it, so I can actually play it. Definitely good card. Hex Maniac for those Greninjas and pretty much any other annoying Pokemons like Wildplume. Single Lysander for knocking out something on my opponent bench, so I can just put it in the active spot. 2 Ants and 4 Sycamores. I just want to be 100% sure that I can get Supporter and draft on my turn 1 as many cards as I can and set up as much as I can. 3 copies of Skyfield, Floatstone ×1 can be definitely a good card. 3 Spirit Links, 4 DC, and 3 Metal Energies. So pretty much very good deck list, I should say that. I tested a lot, it works perfectly. Only problem can be that Wobbuffet. If your opponent can hit that Wobbuffet on turn 1 in the active spot, you can find yourself in a trouble, but luckily with Hoopa, you can expand your bench for maybe 2 more Rayquazas, and maybe if you can hit Spirit Link, you can get Mega Rayquaza, but that's the reason why I'm playing for Professor Sycamore, so I can actually expand a little bit more and knock out that annoying Wobbuffet from play on my turn 1. So yeah, pretty much very interesting deck list. If you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on CCGCastle.com. I will put you a link in the video description, and also tutorial how to get 5% discount on your purchase if you're looking to buy something. Alright, so pretty much that's all. Let's go forward to some game test so you can actually see this deck in the real action, and after that we can get to the final conclusion for this. Alright, so let's call the heads and let's see if I can go first. Unfortunately I can't, so I'm starting second. Not a big deal. Even by going second I can do some problem to my opponent, because I can Delta Evolve into my Mega Rayquaza on my turn 1, and I can actually use my Mega Turbo and a DC Energy, and I can actually one-hit knock out pretty much anything on my turn 1. So I'm starting with the Rayquaza and a Bronzer, which is not that bad. I have also Ultra Ball for 1 Metal Energy, so I can grab my Hoopa. So with the Hoopa I can play Scundering Rings, I can put some more Pokemons in play, but there is that Wobbuffet. So if that Wobbuffet hits the ground in the active spot, I should definitely find myself in a huge trouble, but looks like it's going to be that. So there is a setup. Unfortunately, Wobbuffet will not block my Hoopa EX, so I can still be able to play Hoopa, for example, for 2 more Rayquaza EXs. Oh, but there is also Hex Maniac, so my opponent is 100% sure that he can do some good stuff right here, but he didn't retreat, which is actually bad for him. But never mind. There is a Skyfield, and this is going to be a Ultra Ball for 1 energy and 1 escape rope. And right there I can just grab something like maybe another Rayquaza. So Rayquaza is going to hit the ground, and I'm going to play that Professor Sycamore, which can give me a fresh hand of 7. I cannot play Shaman for the setup, so no sense of playing that Shaman right there. There is a Battle Compressor, so I guess I can discard 1 more extra energy card, even 1 more Bronzer, but I actually don't want to do that because I can play my Secret Dash. I totally forget about that. Do I have Versus Secret in my hand? Yes, I have Versus Secret in my hand. I can go with the Hex Maniac, and maybe 1N. So, Spirit Link and pass the turn for now. Next turn I should probably see that Sky Return from my opponent. Maybe even that Wobbuffet hits the ground, who knows. But in that case I can actually try to play my Lysander, but nothing from the Lysander. There is a M. Alright, not that bad. And Alakazam. So this is, I don't know what, some mystery card that just hits the play. Sometimes it happens. Also Hoopa EX, so he can right now search his deck for a few more Alakazams, put them on the bench. I think in this situation my Skyfield actually helps my opponent. I think that the best option for him should definitely be retreat with that Shaman onto Wobbuffet and pass the turn probably. So I'm looking forward for maybe a Lysander. So there is a Versus Seeker, I can definitely use that. There is double Colress to the active one, Trainer's Mail for Ultra Ball. Guess I can grab that Ultra Ball for later. I cannot play Shaman EX, so I'm just going to play Ultra Ball for my Shaman and double Colress for the Hoopa EX. And with the Hoopa I can actually grab Mega Rayquazas, but there are no Hoopa in my deck, so it's just going to be a 1 Mega Rayquaza for the active spot, and a Versus Seeker for Professor Sycamore. So what I'm looking right here is a 2 Pokemons and a single Mega Turbo, so no sign of 2 basics. Another Mega Rayquaza. What can I find with that? Trainer's Mail, a Mega Turbo, so that's the card I was looking for. And pretty much 1 Mega Turbo for active Mega Rayquaza, and I can go with my Ultra Ball for another basic Pokemon. So what can I pick? Yeah, I'm forced to play that Shaymin. Unfortunately, I don't have another option. So it's going to be a Shaymin and Emerald Break for the knockout. So 120 damage. At least I managed to remove that Wobbuffet from play, so he's not any more problem. But I see a lot of Alakazams in a play. They can just make a lot of problem to me. But unfortunately, next turn I can just hit my DC to another Mega Rayquaza. I can play my Professor Sycamore, so I can actually grab with Professor Sycamore, in theory, another Bronzong, so I can bench it down and maybe expand a little bit more of my bench. So there's another setup for my opponent. He hit that heads on that Super Scoop Up and a Trainer's Mail. I don't know why, but sometimes when I play with that Alakazam deck, I just sometimes randomly cards just disappear from my screen. I don't know if it's just up to me or maybe it's problem to everyone. I really don't know that. So there is a first Alakazam Mega that just hits the ground, and I hope that there will not be a second one because my Bronzong is going to fall down, and in that case I cannot play my Metalings. Luckily I have Secret Dash in my deck, so I can just shuffle them back into deck, which is not that big deal, and there is N, so I'm going to grab extra cards. So fresh hand of 5, which is not that bad at all. Seems very good. There's that Mega Turbo, and I can actually use my Mega Turbo, so there is another Mega Alakazam that will hit the ground, and I'm going to take 20 more damage on my active Mega Rayquaza. But my Bronzong is going to be knocked out. I guess it's not a big deal. Guess it's not that big deal. Looks like he finished his turn. So that's pretty much all from my opponent. I just top deck. Very nicely card. So let's see. Acrobike for Rayquaza Spirit Link or Altaria. I really don't need Altaria, so I'm just going to hit that. Do I want to play Mega Turbo? I guess I don't want. It's not usable yet. I'm going to hit M right here. Hopefully I can find some Ultra Balls. Let's see what I can find with my Acrobike. A Secret Dash. Okay, so that's not bad. Sacred Ash, so I can put back Shaymin, 2 Bronzers, even Mega Rayquaza and Altaria. Alright, so it's going to be a Ultra Ball for Shaymin EX. I'm going to discard Bronzong again, but I have another one in my deck. I really want to keep that Versus Seeker for next turn, so I really want to also knock out my opponent Hoopa right here, so I'm looking forward for 2 more Pokemons on the bench. Yes, there is a 1 Bronzer. The question, do I want to play that Mega Turbo? I don't really know. Let's just play it. Let's just play that Mega Turbo. 1 more card for draw with the Shaymin. In addition to that, 3 extra cards. Another Bronzer. Just hits the ground. And yeah, it's Emerald Break for the knockout. Luckily I have 210 damage right here. Next turn, I need to knock out Mega Alakazam, and Mega Alakazam it's big HP, 210. But since I'm playing that Mega Rayquaza deck, there's a huge chance that I can hit the knockout. It really depends on my opponent and can he find another Mega Rayquaza, another Mega Alakazam, and Dimension Wally, so he can actually do some problem to me. But yeah, pretty much 40 damage, it's not even close for that Mega Alakazam. Zen Force to knock out my Mega Alakazam, so he can do only 130. If he wants to knock me out, he needs one more Mega Alakazam in the play and Dimension Wally, and in that case he can knock out my Mega Rayquaza. But in that case I can just respond with my Mega Rayquaza. Definitely. So there is a Spirit Link, but will there be another Mega Rayquaza? Oh, another Mega Rayquaza, another Mega Alakazam. So there's a Shaman for 4 extra cards, so he'll only looking for something like Ultra Ball and a Dimension Wally. So he can play Mega Alakazam from his hand. To evolve active, put Dimension Wally so he can use Zen Force. So there is a Ultra Ball, so probably for maybe Shaymin EX one more time, or maybe even Hoopa, really depend. Maybe he plays 2 Hoopas, yes, so there is Hoopa EX, and with the Hoopa he can grab 2 extra Mega Alakazams and 1 Shaymin probably for the setup. So he can find that, no Shaymin, but Alakazams. Maybe he have that Dimension Wally in his hand, who knows. There is Mega Alakazam. And 30 damage is going to take probably on my Bronzer on the bench. Alright, so he can use Zen Force right now. Another Mega Alakazam. Another 20-30. I can say goodbye to my Bronzer, but luckily I have another one, which can help me a lot. So he took extra prize. I still have enough double Colress energies and a Tool Retriever. So basically with the Tool Retriever you can grab your Spirit Links back into your hand. But pretty much he's still short for that Stadium card and another Devolution Spray. I mean, without Dimension Wally, no chance for knockout, but it might be able to play Mega Turbo, but no, he just decided to promote Wobbuffet in the front. By promoting Wobbuffet, he pretty much gave me a chance to knock out one of his Mega Rayquazas. I can even right here evolve into my Mega Rayquaza. I have enough for the knockout. So all I really want is Lysander for any of his Mega Alakazams. Yeah, I'm just going to knock out one of his Mega Alakazams and I'm going to put 1 energy on my another Mega Rayquaza. And this is knockout 210. I can grab 2 extra prize. In this situation, if he can grab N, he can pretty much do a lot of problems to me. But without N, pretty much I'm 99% sure that I have victory in my hand with the next turn, because without N and Dimension Wally, there's another Spirit Link, but I mean, he definitely needs that Dimension Wally. Without Dimension Wally, no chance for the knockout. He's down to 4 prizes, I'm down to 1 prize. Yeah, so it's my turn. I can even play down 1 more Shaming. So let's move to Alright, so I won the coin flip again, so looks like I'm going to start first again. So I can set up pretty much on my turn 1, so that's always a good thing. On the other side I see some Shrine of Memories and Mega Turbos, so it looks like it's a Mega Mewtwo. Mega Mewtwo, definitely strong card. If you're not familiar with it, you can check my YouTube channel. I uploaded yesterday Mega Mewtwo EX deck. It works perfectly. That Psychic Infinity attack can hit for a lot of damage, 10 plus 30 for each energy attached to both active Pokemons. And it's also 210 HP, I think. Alright, I shouldn't grab that extra card. Oh, Wobbuffet. I don't like when I see Wobbuffet in front. definitely, because it's just I'm just unable to do anything. But I have Escape Rope for the next turn, and I can actually remove Wobbuffet from the active position, play my double colors from hand, and also Shaman, so I can draw some extra cards with it. In that case, maybe I can actually set up. But turn 1, I actually was not able to set up. That Wobbuffet is just pain in the ass for this Mega Rayquaza deck. On the other side, I see that he discarded 1 tool, definitely not something you would like to see, and also 1 copy of N. So there is Hoopa with Countering. You can basically grab 3 EX, up to 3 EX from your deck into your hand. Wobbuffet is definitely a good starter with the Bite Barricade, because you can lock down your opponent from setup, because it's blocking every ability except for the Psychic Pokemons. And there is 1 Spirit Link, and this is going to be a Versus Seeker for N. And looks like I'm just going to lose my Escape Rope, so nothing from my plan. But I actually managed to grab Hoopa, and I can set up and knock out that Wobbuffet, so that's even better for me. But I'm just scared to see that Mega Mewtwo next turn that's going to hit the ground and hit for a lot of damage. But unfortunately, it is how it is. So there is Hoopa, as I mentioned earlier, so I'm going to grab Rayquaza, Mega Rayquaza, and maybe 1 more Shaman, so I can just fill a little bit of my bench space. But I'm not going to play, or I'm going to play. I actually need to play my Shaman EX, because without Shaman I don't have enough for the knockout. Luckily I can also play that tool from my hand, and it's going to be Shaman for setup of 4 extra cards after attaching Spirit Link. And oh, no setup, totally forgot about that, never mind. So it's 120 knockout for that Wobbuffet. I don't have any supporter in my discard pile. I took another Rayquaza on the top deck. So unfortunately I can retreat and Sky Return. I mean, I can also do that. But I hope I can top deck some supporter card or something like that. I really like the Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet is just broken. Definitely works good with that Bite Barricade. And there's another Versus Seeker for another round of N, so it looks like my opponent doesn't have nothing in his hand, and he's forced to play that N. So by playing that N, he can give me a fresh hand of 6 cards, so I can actually have better chance to 1-hit knockout next turn his Mewtwo EX from active spot. And there's only Shadow Shot for 30. He cannot respond, he cannot do a lot of damage. And I can play 2 of my Acrobikes. I can grab that Skyfield all night long because I really need it. And I'm going to play Trainer's Mail right here. So what can I find with my Trainer's Mail? I can find a Mega Turbo. But I think I don't have any energy right there, so I'm not going to take Mega Turbo. I'm just going to take that Float Stone, and I'm going to attach my Float Stone onto my Hoopa EX. Another round of Acrobike can give me a double Colress energy, which can be definitely useful. So double Colress and Professor Sycamore for the fresh hand of the 7 cards. I'm still looking for Shaman and Ultra Ball, so there it is. Shaman and Ultra Ball. Enough for the knockout. With the Ultra Ball, I can actually grab my Bronzong. I can accelerate one of my Rayquazas on the bench with Metalings. So I can have second Mega Rayquaza ready for attack next turn. I can also grab 3 more extra cards and increase my damage for 30 more with the Shaman. So all I really need right here is just 1 more Ultra Ball or any other Rayquaza. So Rayquaza just hits the ground, and I have enough for the Emerald Break, so it's going to be 180 damage. 2 more prizes for me. My opponent still don't have Mega Rayquaza in Mega Mewtwo in play, and I should definitely go with the Ultra Ball for another Mega Rayquaza, but I actually didn't do that. So maybe he ends me down for 3 cards, but not a big deal. Yeah, pretty much a very powerful Mega Rayquaza deck. Once you are able to set up, you can just do so many damage to your opponent that actually your opponent cannot do pretty much nothing. Did I play a Secret Dash? No, I didn't, so I can actually put back my Shame into my deck. Not a big deal. So I'm looking forward for maybe Battle Compressor for the Lysander. So with the Lysander, I can easily knock out either way Mewtwo or a Shaymin. So he desperately just evolved into his Mega Mewtwo with losing his turn. So I'm going to grab a second. I have Lysander, but I don't have a Battle Compressor. I'm going to take another Mega Rayquaza right here. And I'm just going to play Versus Seeker for copy of Sycamore. But do I really want to play copy of Sycamore? I think I don't want. How many Versus Seeker I've played? 3 of them. So yeah, let's just go with Emerald Break. Enough for the knockout, 150. Maybe I can draw from my prizes, Battle Compressor. Oh, Trainer's Mail. Trainer's Mail actually good. Pretty much for the next turn, if he done ends me, even if he ends me down to 2 cards, there's still a good chance that I can draw something good that I need. This Spike Infinity can hit me for 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. So 160. He still needs 1 Scala for that Mega Turbo. Mega Turbo will be a knockout. But in that case, I can expand my bench a little bit more. I can drop that Trainer's Mail. I can maybe find something like Skyfield. With the Skyfield, I can actually have 8 Pokemons in play, and I'm looking for 7 Pokemons. With the 7, I can one-hit knock out my opponent Mega Mewtwo, draft 2 extra prizes, the last 2 prizes that I really need, and pretty much win this game. So, my Mega Rayquaza is ready. All I really need is a Skyfield. So there is another Ultra Ball, a Trainer's Mail. Oh, it's not an Ultra Ball, it's a double Colress, sorry for that. So there's a Skyfield, and there is a big chance that I can actually hit 7 Pokemons that I really need. So there is a Shaymin EX, 3 extra cards. Alright, it's going to be a Ultra Ball for 1 more. Ultra Ball for 1 more Shaymin. And all I really need is that Swablu. So Swablu is a last man standing in this game who's going to probably win this matchup, but there is Secret Ash. I couldn't get better, so with my Secret Ash I can actually put 5 Pokemons from my discard pile into my deck, and all I really need in this situation is just a single Ultra Ball or any kind of basic Pokemon. So let's just go with Professor Sycamore. I'm looking for only 1 basic Pokemon to win this game. And there is 2. There is Rayquaza and there is Shaymin EX. And do I want to set up? No, I just want to hit with the Emerald Break for 240 damage and grab my last 2 prizes and pretty much win this game. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Mega Rayquaza, Colress, definitely very powerful and very strong deck. Once again, full deck list you can find right here. I really love how this deck works. Definitely very, very good deck. My opponent didn't get the best setup. Actually, that Startling Megaphone cost him probably a victory because I was able to remove his Spirit Link from that Mewtwo EX, and he was not able to evolve into Mega Mewtwo without losing the turn. But he also discarded 1 Spirit Link at the beginning of the game, and definitely that cost him a victory. So yeah, once again, the full deck list right here. If you're looking for any of these cards, find them on CCGCastle.com. Get 5% discount on your purchase. Why you wouldn't do that? Definitely good for you if you're looking to buy Pokemon cards, especially if you're new to game. And pretty much that's all. Let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. Hit that like button if you like it, dislike if you don't like it. Think about subscribing to my channel for more future videos. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Until the next time, I hope you enjoy watching it. We'll definitely see you in the next video. I'm planning to build for tomorrow, I think, Mega... I don't know, definitely some other Mega deck, but not sure yet which one. I don't know which one. Definitely it will be the Mega, because I'm planning to build all Mega Evolution decks. Maybe Mega Gardevoir for the Fates Collate set definitely will be something what I'm looking forward to build. But yeah, that's pretty much all. So see you in the next video. Have a nice day, and goodbye.